Happy Monday to everybody. This is Grace McLaurin at Vitality Anti-Aging Center and Aesthetic Consulting and Training. And this is our first installment of Grace Talks. We're going to be each week interviewing some key experts in the field and also taking your questions and answering them. So we want you to direct message and email us your questions on a weekly basis. We'll be picking topics and highlighting them of what's new and exciting in the aesthetic industry. So today what we're going to talk about is my favorite filler, which is Voluma. Anybody that knows me knows that I tend to use about 90% Voluma for facial rejuvenation, and it has a new indication for the chin and a new way to administer it with a cannula. So I'm really excited because it's going to help us really give you a better result, and it's still on label instead of off label injection, which means it's FDA approved for that area.
So Grace, why would anyone get the Voluma in the chin area?
The chin area is one of the most common areas in the face that creates disproportion in the face. People commonly have what's called a retruded chin, where their chin is kind of back instead of coming forward, or it can be too short to create the balance or phi measurements that we like to see in the face. So when we can now add volume to the chin, we're able to bring the chin forward, bring the chin down, create more shape in it. For a man, we can create a more squared masculine chin when they have a rounded chin. And studies recently have shown that men who go into interview for a job, if they're up against somebody, even if they're less qualified, the person with the stronger chin and jaw is the person that's going to get the job. So it's really nice that we can now on-label balance this whole portion of the face and create a really beautiful balanced profile for a patient.
So what is a cannula?
A cannula it looks somewhat like a needle, but it's blunt tipped. So when you poke, you can see that it doesn't make a hole. So we create a hole with a little needle, with a little poke, and this slides in. And the theory behind a cannula, because it's not as sharp, is the risk of entering a vessel, which can be bad. If we get filler in a vessel, it can cause actually lack of circulation to an area. That these are less likely to enter a vessel and are less likely to cause bruising. Some patients also find them more comfortable than a needle. And I don't think that they're the best everywhere, but some places, especially areas that tend to have bigger vessels, is probably the safer way to inject. In the mid-face, it's nice because we can inject in multiple planes. We can inject on the bone with the needle, and then we can use the cannula to soften and shape by being in a higher plane in the face and not actually on the bone. So it's a great addition to be able to have the option to use a cannula approved from the FDA, and the cannulas with Allergan are nice and made to fit their syringes specifically.
So how do I know if I need chin filler or not?
One, when you look at your face, if there's something in the lower face that bothers you, oftentimes people come into me and they know something's wrong, but they're not sure what it is. They'll oftentimes think that they have lines, when actually they really don't have marionette lines. They have retrusion of the chin, and we just need to bring that out. Or they feel that their jaw is weak, or they have too much jowling. And a lot of times when we correct that chin, it corrects this whole area by adding that length and that protrusion and balancing the face. So the best way to know is to come in for a consultation with us, and we will use calipers and other tools that we have to help measure phi in your face to make sure that what we call rickets line is correct from the nose to the chin, and that those measurements are appropriate for what's most aesthetically pleasing in the face. So if you're interested in finding out if you're a candidate for your chin, if it's going to help some of the issues that you look at that seem to bother you about your face, please come in for a free consult with either me, Brittany, or Todd, and we are all trained in chin filler and in the use of a cannula. So if you have any questions regarding any of this, please feel free to email them or message us, and we'll get back to you on the next installment of Talks with Grace. Bye.